Today I will be presenting about the problems of beauty and the good of beauty. I will also be discussing the difference between beauty and ugliness and the difference between good and evil. Around the globe, there are different ways and different standards what people would classify as beautiful versus not beautiful. In Iran, the ladies, they usually have thick hair and thick eyebrows and oftentimes a unibrow. They leave their eyebrows thick but will often trim the middle. Another thing that they do is they get nose jobs and then they leave the bandage on at times as a status symbol. In Japan, what is classified as beautiful would be clear, pale skin. Skin is what makes a woman beautiful in Japan. They protect their skin at all times, even when it's really hot. If a Japanese woman is darker, they will be known to be part of the working class. The New Zealand Maori, they use face tats, also known as facial moco, to enhance their beauty status. So right here they have like little, right here you can see they got like face tattoos, and the women will often just have less on their chin. The males will typically have more moco. In Brazil, they value good skin and no makeup. So oftentimes you'll see a Brazilian not wearing makeup embracing their natural face. And they also embrace curves or big bums. So right here is a Brazilian lady not wearing makeup, looking really good. In France, they're not too strict. They don't deprive themselves of food or anything. All they do is just really just watch what they eat. They don't try as hard, but they do stay out of the sun, and they're very big on skincare routine. They'll often do like face masks. The Kenya Maasai tribe, he's got this guy right here. He's got like big things in his ears to stretch them out. That's what they do for beauty, is they stretch their ears. They really like it. In South Korea, plastic surgery is a big deal. Sometimes they'll give plastic surgery to their 16-year-old as a present. That's how big it is. They like to have the double eyelids, so they'll get another eyelid implanted. They like that V-shaped chin and a nose that tips up. They also like clear skin, of course, kind of like the Japanese. And then we got Mauritania, Africa. These guys force feed their children 16,000 calories, usually women, so they're more desirable to get married. Guys like to marry fatter women because it is a status symbol to show that they could provide lots of food for their family. Stretch marks and being divorced is also really attractive for the guys there. In Oman, Middle East, they embrace natural remedies. They boil rose petals and clean their hair with it. It gives their hair a nice rosy scent. They also wear this cloak called an abaya. It's to cover up their outfit. Usually they'll wear like really colorful outfits, but they cover it all up with an abaya, kind of like in this picture. And then right here, she's wearing a burqa, the things that cover your everything but your eyes. It gives an emphasis on the eyes to embrace sexiness. And then of course in the United States, I use a picture of Madison Beer because she embodies all of these traits. High cheekbones, big lips, tan skin, being fit, and straight white teeth is a must. What is considered ugly? Some things that people may consider ugly would be some certain facial features like small eyes or a big nose or a prominent chin. Also, body weight is a big one. People who don't fit that ideal shape could be identified as less attractive. There's also skin tone. In some cultures, darker skin, like America, tanner skin could be more attractive. Or in some cultures like Japan, lighter skin is more attractive. Some of those cultures, it's vice versa, and both of them are more ugly. And now I'm going to talk about views, because not just people are beautiful, views can be beautiful as well. So what makes a view beautiful? First of all, scenery. Good mountains, rivers, trees, clouds, all those things, just natural scenery. That's one thing that can make a view beautiful. Lights can also be a big role in making something beautiful. Some good lighting. Maybe like a really cloudy day and then the light shining on the field, and that's beautiful. Or that could be a perception of beautiful, or just like cool lighting of a city, or just cool like different colors of the sky for a sunset. There's also symmetry and balance. Just nature over here, or like a big city here and a big city here. Symmetry could also be something that is beautiful. And then there's contrast. That could be like a really gray mountain that's really large with a pink sunset behind it. And the big mountain and the light pink behind it could be a really cool contrast. Also, unusual and unique things or elements could also be something that is beautiful. Like if you're seeing something that you don't usually see, like a waterfall that splits and like flows weird or flows cool, or just something unique, that could be beautiful because it's unique things are cool. Right here, we got some color, we got some contrast. There's a big cliffside with road contrasted with this big ocean. And then right here, we got a nice, beautiful sunset. And this is just what would classify as a beautiful view. What makes a view ugly? First and foremost, pollution. A view that includes pollution, smog, or just industrial waste, that can be considered ugly because it's not natural or it just looks like it's not being taken care of. Clutter. Clutter is the second one. Clutter would be like a bunch of buildings like really compact or close to each other and just no room, no organization, just trash everywhere, power lines everywhere. It's just not neatly organized. There's lack of natural beauty. Sometimes whenever it's just buildings and they've taken away of like any grass, there's no trees, it's just a city, that could be ugly. Then there's poor maintenance. Some cities or places just aren't taken care of, and or some like nice areas have been trashed. That is something that could be considered an ugly view. And then there's lack of diversity, which can be just one thing, and there's just, if it's maybe just buildings or just mountains or like just one color of sky, it's just a blue sky, not necessarily super ugly, but in some cases it can be ugly. Here's some examples. We got a trashed beach, the sky is really gray and foggy, there's a lady picking up trash, there's a cow eating the trash, and then here there's pollution going into a really dark gray sky. Right here, you just see clouds, factory. It just looks like there's no oxygen here. And then right here, we just got like, there's just power lines and it's just very cluttered. It just feels like you're trapped almost. No diversity. It's just not really well taken care of. I would consider all 5 of these ugly views. Now I'd like to talk about good versus evil. Good is often associated with positive qualities such as honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, generosity. Good actions or behaviors that benefit society, the world, or just others at large. Evil, on the other hand, is often associated with cruelty, selfishness, dishonesty, greed, and violence. Evil acts are often considered harmful or destructive to others, the society, or the world at large. The distinction between good and evil is not always clear-cut. What is considered good and evil in some cultures may be considered good and evil in other cultures. Individuals may have different beliefs on what constitutes good and evil. Here are some examples of things that could be good in one culture or unethical in another. In some cultures, eating lots of meat is good, kind of like America. In some cultures, they don't eat meat and they think eating meat is bad. Is modesty. Some people think that the more you show, the better it is, the more you can attract someone. But some cultures, they ban immodesty and they make it pretty much illegal to show off your body. Things are also different for gender roles. Some cultures value the man being the breadwinner, and other cultures will value equal opportunities for both male and female in that relationship. This concludes my presentation. Thank you. Bye.